All right, welcome everyone. I want to welcome you back to the Tampa Business and Real Estate Professionals Network. This is our third interview where we're interviewing local entrepreneurs. Today we have Mark Romero and Lordell Wilson, and they run Bio One. Bio One's a very interesting company operating here out of the Brandon area, if I'm correct, right? So, Mark, Lordell, why don't you tell us about your company and what you do?
All right. So again, we're the owners here of Bio One of Brandon. We specialize in biohazard and crime scene remediation. Pretty straightforward with that. Death in a home, whether it be homicide, suicide, murders, and whatnot. Unfortunately, it's a dark industry, but it does have to be taken care of. So aside from the biohazard cleanup of those type of situations, we do any kind of biohazard remediation. To a point of we've done whether it's a COVID disinfection in larger facilities, whether business settings or assisted living facilities. But our services also include packouts. We do hoarding as well. So anything that would be deemed unsafe or maybe a little too far reach for your general housekeeping professionals, that's where we can step in and assist with families and businesses really.
Nice, nice. So how did you get your start in this business?
So really it ranges back to military. I was a military police for 17 years of it. Mark was in the medical industry. So we actually met helping out some troops, where one troop went in to his dorm and there was mold, there was gross filth. That's how it sparked. That's how it started for us.
I was a first sergeant, so I saw that stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly, right? I mean, that's how we met though. It's a crazy, interesting story. We never thought about, okay, like we're met under these circumstances, we're going to go start a Bio One, but that's how our beginning started, and then we slowly wanted to do something after our military career, still helping people who are going through a trauma, right, losing a loved one. So we went to a franchise broker, and he kind of led us to a plethora of businesses, one of them being a brewery. Really were interested in that. We really were. Like, oh, how cool would that be, right? But coming down to it, looking at our backgrounds, looking at our past, looking at how we still wanted to help people, we kind of narrowed it down to this business because of our careers before and what we want to do in the future, right? It's just
That's
a start.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what do you enjoy most about that business?
What isn't there to enjoy, really? I mean, everything
Cleaning
from
up bodies and blood doesn't sound like a great time to
it's
me.
never a dull day. We both, after our military careers, had our stint, tried our hand at corporate. It really wasn't for us. Realizing again, nothing against it, but for us in our experience, there was a bigger want for us or bigger desire to help folks out. So kind of running along with the motto of our company is help first, business second. I know it's kind of interesting to hear that from coming from entrepreneurs and business owners.
I
Of course,
love that.
big profits, but really that is our business motto: is help first, business second. And again, gives us that opportunity. It's something about that military background that we have, or even our own upbringings from our family, is just trying to really give back. Being blessed with this opportunity to still be able to do so. So,
And
Bro,
there's
that
really
is awesome.
oh yeah, yeah. There's really nothing, just to add a little bit. There's really nothing more rewarding than going in to a situation where the family is struggling, and we're there to help them. We clean and we provide so many services, not just cleaning, right? We're there for them. We help them through it. We help them through insurance processes. Anything we can take off their plate to make it easier on them, because it's not a good situation. It's tough, right? So if we can do that, help them out. That's very rewarding to us. It's very rewarding, and that's probably the thing I love the most, right? Helping people. So
That's really awesome. Really awesome. What do you think separates you and your company from the competition? I mean, who would your competition be? Would it be like Serve Pro?
yeah, there's a couple of industries out there. It is a growing industry, or what folks would say it's a niche, but again, folks have caught wind of it and say it's also very marketable. Again, entry into it, there are some loopholes you got to jump through, but folks are figuring that out. It
What
separates
separates you? Yeah.
really is how personal I think we keep things. Even from our staff. Our staff, we treat them as family. I know a little cliche when you hear that with business, but you have a lot of young staff that we're looking to grow. not just within our company, but really to provide more for them, see their growth as just individuals, as citizens, if you will. And they're able to experience that with us. I think, again, with our young staff, growing them into mentorship and leadership roles, knowing that they're helping other people out, that there's a greater good. I think that's the big thing for us. Again, just establishing that rapport, not just with our staff, but then with our clients. It is very fulfilling, back to that, to see that a client would grant us so much trust. A lot of these properties that we remediate, there's a loss in there, but sometimes it may be a family member that's out of state, and they're simply trusting us to the key to the home to go ahead and do what's right in there.
And
That's
just
awesome.
Yeah, just
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
again, we started in the suits, right? So we've been there. We know what it takes to do this job. So like we haven't forgot where we came from, right? So a lot of owners, or I'm not going to say anything about the other ones, but there are some like our competition that will just be contracted for a specific job. We'll go above and beyond just to help them a little bit. I mean, we can't do everything.
Yeah.
I wish we could, but we can't. But where we can help, we will. And a lot of other companies will not do that, right? They get contracted for one thing, and that's the price for them.
That's awesome. Awesome. Hey, listen, so what would, if someone wanted to get into this business, and I sort of want to maybe not just this business, maybe franchising in general. I mean, maybe we'll broaden it out a little bit, because it is sort of niched, the business that you're in. But if someone wanted to get into this business or into franchising, you attack it from whichever way you want to take it. What advice would you give them?
Find you a great broker or a franchise advisor. Rewired, by the way, who helped us. Quick plug on them, Calvin and Rhonda. They're basically no fee service, at least from our end as clients.
Right. Yeah.
Pair you up. Find a good advisor. There's a lot. Of course, we're DIYers ourselves. We're pretty smart. We think, figure stuff out through Google and YouTube. But even with the plethora of information that's out there, finding somebody who's dedicated to that field, using their network. We all know here, part of Campus Nation, know the importance of network.
Oh, yeah.
Advisor has that network to pair you with the right field, to pair you with the right company. Again, and just tying into that. So first off, reach out to another professional. And then again, to tie you into that right industry for you.
Great.
It's all
Lordell,
about networking. It's all about networking. Like
all about network.
Like yeah,
Network is your net worth, right?
Network is
It
your
is.
network.
I mean, everyone can do something alone, but they probably won't get as far doing it with other people with like-minded thoughts, right?
Yeah.
So find people like-minded. Alchemist Nation's been great. I mean, the contacts we've made may be everlasting, right? It's not just business owners; it's friends at the end.
Exactly.
I mean, that would be my take on it. Just
That's awesome.
Network, man.
So let me ask you this, and this may not have been something that you both discussed before. If there was one thing that you could do with your business, if you knew it would not fail, what would you do?
Let's see. I mean, growth, right? Everyone wants growth. So maybe buying more, expanding more. Again, whether it's with the correct capital. Let's say if it's no fail, sure. Let's go ahead and buy us another truck and expand the fleet, expand the staff. And then another piece of never failing, right, is the scary thing is what the first thing that people stop doing when they start to lose at business is stopping that marketing. So I think if there was a no fail with it and unlimited amount of funds, yeah, dump that money. I would love to dump even more money into marketing, whether it's through our PPC campaign, our SEO provider. I mean, banners and everything from boots on ground, everything. If there was no fail to it, sure, dump it all on marketing.
Nice. Same Lordell. All right, cool.
Oh yeah, good answer.
Yeah, good. So how long have you been doing this now?
We're coming out to just about a year.
Just about a year. Okay. So yeah, so one of the questions I normally ask is, if you've been doing it for a long time, have you seen significant changes? But let me ask you this. Have you, I mean, through your franchise, I'm sure that you've got contacts with people that have been doing it for a long time. And I'm sure that they can keep you abreast of things as the market sort of plays out. What do you see as coming trends in the future in this type of business?
That's tough for me. One I think that we're seeing, just because of a little bit of my, again, now aside from military corporate background, is the insurance. There's significant changes to the insurance. Of course, we're seeing stuff coming down the pipelines now. litigation wise, through statewide alone. Of course, that's state and national. Fortunately for us, being a franchise, we are nationally backed. We do have a support team that puts up the fight for us, keeps us abreast first before having to fight, keep us abreast on the most relevant information, not just the industry, but of course, everything that affects it. Insurance being that big, really that big payout for us. The big banker and supporter of our business is that insurance piece.
Gotcha.
So again, changes along those lines, focusing, learning more on that insurance side is.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how many people just don't put it together about how dependent one industry can be on another industry.
Absolutely.
You know, the insurance industry, everybody's like, the insurance industry is terrible, but there's so many people, the roofers and construction folks and folks like yourself that just have a heavy dependency on the insurance industry, because if people had this tragedy without the benefit of insurance, a lot of this stuff just wouldn't get done because people couldn't pay for it. So yeah, that's really appropriate. Yeah. So describe when I probably should have started with this one and we would have had the whole podcast taken care of. All right. So now we're down to like the last couple minutes. Describe the strangest or funniest incident you've experienced in your business.
Funny is unique for us. We're a dark humor kind of group. It comes with the territory. What do you got come to mind that we can share and not gross completely?
So that's a tough one for me. Like I've seen some strange things. We've done some situations that I don't know, a funny one. I don't know if it's funny. If you ever been in, well, I know realtors a lot. They know about this, so I'll just throw it out there. It's nothing too crazy, but we had some employees go out to a house just to clean poop, right? It was a lot of poop. It was squatters. Squatters were just
vacant property.
Vacant property. They were
properties, right? Utilities turned off. Yeah.
Turned off on the walls. I don't know how the poop got on the roof, but or on the floor or the roof.
On the ceiling.
The ceiling.
Oh my.
But like that, I'm just like, wow, how did this happen? And then so my crew went in there, or our crew went in there. And they're like, oh, this is after they cleaned it spotless. Oh, this is a beautiful house. And then they go to the closet and boom, they open it up and here's this squatter.
The guy was in there?
Oh, he was in there. And
for hours,
just quiet in the corner while they were cleaning. Because they were there for what, 3-4 hours cleaning. This guy was in there just hiding. But they found him. They got scared. I'm glad no one got hurt. But he ran off and we were taking pictures, you know, called the cops and everything. And I mean, it was just,
wow.
I never think that would happen, but it does. And realtors, I guess, can relate. So Alchemist Nation, you know what we talking about. So
that is a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. If someone wanted to get a hold of you and they wanted your services, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Simple Google search of Bio1 of Brandon.
It's bio-1.
Bio-1 of Brandon. You'll Google it. It'll pop up. Also, just to throw in some more information, you can always just give us a call at 813-519-6299, and that's a 24/7 service. So you call us. You got any questions? We'll answer the phone anytime. I'm used to it. We're both used to it from the military.
Excellent.
Call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna act like I might come up from a dead sleep, but I'm gonna act like I wasn't. Right? I'm like, hey, how you doing, sir? How can I help you?
I hear you.
It happens more often than not that we get those late night calls. Again, we can guarantee that it'll be one of us answering the call.
Awesome.
That way, of course, we've got the staff, but we like to be the first ones on scene or first ones on phone. Again, establish that rapport. We've talked about that earlier, how I think the strong suit for us is really connecting with our clients and being keeping it very personable. Again, it's a personal loss and very personal situation they're going through. We can guarantee you it'll be one of us grabbing that phone any time of the day.
Excellent. And just and if you want to meet them in person, you may be able to catch them at the second Tuesday of the month at Dave & Buster's at 6:30 p.m. We're all there gathering as the Tampa Business and Real Estate Professionals Network. We're a part of Alchemist Nation. And so Mark and Lordell, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And thanks for telling us about your business. I enjoyed getting to know you more.
All right,
Appreciate it.
All right, take care.